was of the man them that's gang then like we're doing it the Gangnam style. I was of the man them that's gang then like we're doing it the Gangnam style. Hey, when we step in style. I got a bad thing, she love my style. She wanna step with me cause she love my style. Hey, she wanna step cause she love my style. I was of the man them that's gang then like we're doing it the Gangnam style. Hey, when we step in style. I got a bad thing, she love my style. She wanna step with me cause she love my style. Hey, she wanna step cause she love my style. Finesse this thing with style, hit the strip and finesse that pack with style. I got this bad thing, she love my style. Just show some teeth and she love my smile. She G, I'm loving your style. Come man's different, got my own style.
Yes, family, yeah, Eazi's back again with another important convo, yeah. And before I do that, yeah, I'm gonna shout out my boys Swagger, his new clothing line, yeah. And I want the people that support, you know, because Eazi's supporting. As you can see, Gorilla Gang, yeah. So it's a man them clothing line, you know what I mean? He's got clothes for days, you know. So definitely check out his website, you know, and support, you know, because it's all about supporting your own, you know. It's not about, well, for me anyhow, you know what I mean? So Gorilla Gang, it's a man them clothing line, you know. You won't catch me wearing no designer. I'd rather put my money in my people them's pocket, you know. So that's how Eazi's rocking. Got many more tracksuits as well, yeah. Different colours and all that, you know. So they do more than that. They do women's wear and everything, yeah. So just check out the website. The link is gonna be below, you know. So just support the thing. And today, so Eazi's Build. What's Eazi's Build about? As you can see by the title, it's about how oxygen causes cancers in the body, yeah. I know a lot of people don't know about it, so I'm gonna break it down, yeah. And I'm gonna be showing you some diagram and pictures for you to have a full understanding, because it can easily go in one ear and out the other, yeah. So, but Gorilla Gang all day, yeah. So Eazi's promoting my boy's thing all day, rocking it, swaggered still. So, and the title is gonna be how to counteract it as well. So this is the reasons why you should eat fruit, yeah. So I'm gonna break down the science behind it all, yeah. So I'm gonna show you how oxygen can cause cancers, yeah, and how you can counteract it by eating fruit, yeah. So this build is gonna be a powerful build. And as I went out today, you know, let me show you some of the fruits that I had to buy. You know what I mean? The UK is a little bit hard to buy right about now because we're out of the EU and whatnot. So try to get your hands on red bananas, you know. So very high in potassium and all of that. So the highest containing potassium bananas, yeah. So the red ones, yeah. So we go straight into it, yeah. So Eazi's Build now. We're gonna build about oxygen, yeah. So we understand, yeah, where oxygen comes from, yeah. 80% of the oxygen comes from the seaweed, yeah, algae, yeah, and 20% comes from the trees, yeah. And so we know where it comes from, yeah. We know about we should know about the oxygen cycle. We know how we breathe in oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, yeah. And this is done via our respiratory system, done by our following it down our respiratory system into what you called your bronchus area, and then your alveoli, which converts the oxygen into carbon dioxide. Oxygen also gets pushed into what you call your bloodstream, yeah. So we know how oxygen gets into our body, yeah, and we breathe out carbon dioxide, yeah. The cycle goes, the trees inhale the carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. So we know that cycle, yeah. But we need to understand that the air that we breathe is not 100% oxygen, yeah. As you know, it's only 20% of the oxygen we breathe from the air, yeah. So the other 79% of the air that we breathe is nitrogen, yeah. Nitrogen, and the rest of it is whatever comes with it. You might get pollution and all that. So 79% of the air that we breathe is nitrogen, 20% of it is oxygen, and the rest goes on, yeah. So nitrogen is a topic that I'm going to bring up on another episode to break down that cycle, because we need to understand the cycle of nitrogen, because nitrogen also helps our cells, yeah. It helps our cells with the protein, yeah, with DNA, and also the amino acids, yeah, in our body, yeah. Especially when it comes to our DNA and RNA, we know we got the nitrogen bases, yeah, which is the adenine, the thymine, the guanine, and the cysteine, yeah. So that's our nitrogen bases, yeah. So nitrogen is very important for our body, yeah, and our cells. So but we're gonna talk about the nitrogen cycle in another episode, yeah. So we jump straight back to oxygen now. How can oxygen cause cancer cells, yeah? So I'm not even talking about pollution and all the other 1% or 2% of the air that we breathe in. We're not talking about oxygen, yeah. No, we're not talking about pollution, sorry, yeah, my bad. We're not talking about pollution, we're talking about oxygen itself, yeah. We need to look at these oxygens like how we can look at the element in the periodic table. Now we understand that oxygen is a molecule and atoms, yeah. So now we're dealing with electrons, protons, and neutrons, yeah. So I'm gonna be showing you some pictures and everything, but I just wanted to break it down, so when I break it down to you, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So as we breathe in oxygen, O2, yeah, the oxygen molecule atom splits, yeah. This is where we have the issue. When the splitting of the atom, yeah, of oxygen, yeah, it would leave what you call now, yeah, a molecules. These molecules and electrons and neutrons. Whoa, let me just break down electrons and neutrons, yeah. So you have electron and neutrons inside what you call the nucleus, yeah, of a molecule, yeah. The outskirt of the molecule is the electrons. Electrons always come in pairs, yeah. We need to understand pairs, yeah. Always, let me just show you a picture. So they always come in pairs. They always work. They can't function or work sufficiently without it being in pairs. So electrons love being in pairs, yeah. And now we know that oxygen splits once we inhale oxygen molecules, yeah, atoms, yeah. It splits into two molecules, but it leaves one molecule with a unpaired electron. This is where we have the problem. You see what I'm saying? The unpaired electron is now what you called a free radical, yeah. So oxygen can cause free radicals, and this is the problem, yeah. So what is free radicals? Free radicals are molecules with an uneven pair of electrons, yeah. So electrons love to be in pairs, yeah. Free radical is a molecule without the company with a missing electron. Just to just break it down. So let me just give you a diagram of what it looks like, yeah. And this is where the issue is. Yeah. So as I was saying, electrons need to be accompanied, yeah, with a pair. They need to work in pairs, yeah. Free radicals now is a molecule that is fiending. The electron is fiending, or the molecule is fiending to pair up. They're looking around to snatch another electron to stable their molecule, yeah. So the unstable molecule is now going around our body, our cells, looking to snatch an electron from that cell. This then turns a cell or the molecule a free radical or an abnormal cell. So let me give you some pictures. This is where the problem starts to occur, yeah. So we jump straight into the images, yeah. Okay, let's look at our stable molecule. As you can see, I hope you can see. So now we got a stable molecule. This is like an oxygen molecule in your body, yeah. And then it splits, yeah. It splits, so you have one stable molecule, and then you have a free radical missing electron. as you can see the cross. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what you call a free radical. Yeah, this happens when you breathe in oxygen and the oxygen atom splits. Yeah, so now this free radical goes around your body on a hunt to look for an electron. Yeah, and what does it do? It disables a cell. Yeah, so a cell is surrounded by electrons. Yeah, you got the protons and the neutrons within the nucleus. Yeah, and you have electrons. Yeah, the magnetic field around the cell. Yeah, so molecules go around, snatches the electron from the outer layer of the cell. Yeah, which disables the cell. This is where the problem is. Yeah, the disabling of a cell. A disabling of a cell then cause a cell to not be able to do their functioning. Yeah, so now this cell is called a abnormal cell. Yeah, because now we need to understand cells communicate. Cells need all the functions and everything that builds up a cell to be able to do what they need to do. They get told to do things. When electron or attack on the cell happens or breaks through, now they wouldn't be able to do what they need to do to live their life that they were meant to. So now when electron is being hijacked from the free radical, which then stables the free radical, the cell is now abnormal cell. And then this is where you get more, this is where the vulnerability of that cell starts to digress, you know. And this is where you can see, let me just show you where you can see an image of how a normal cell starts getting attacked by free radicals. Yeah, and then a term will come. Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, what you can see how the normal cells get attacked by the free radicals. Yeah, and then the free radicals, yeah, the free radicals will turn stable, and then the cell would turn into what you call oxidized stress. Yeah, oxidized stress is where oxygen is it has attacked the cell, but if now being attacked more, because free radicals keep on taking more substance from the cell. So now it don't just take the electron, they will start attacking the cell. You see what I'm saying? Free radicals starts attacking the cell. So when the cell starts getting attacked, you will start getting problems like DNA damage. Yeah, like DNA mutations. You also have an attack on what you called the mitochondrial. Yeah, so now all of this cell is now getting attacked. This is what you called oxidized stress. That's why the cells look like, because they're under attack by free radicals. Yeah, so the more oxygen you breathe, yeah, the way the oxygen splits, you have free radicals all around your body. Free radicals, let me just say before I carry on with the diagrams, yeah, free radicals can work in our behalf as well. So our body needs free radicals, but free radicals can cause cancers. The reason why our body needs free radicals, because free radicals attack cells. Yeah, so that means that regardless what cell it is, it would do its job. So even if you have a abnormal cell or what you call a cancer cell, the free radical also attacks that, and then it destroys that. So that's another reason why you need free radicals, and you can't get away with it. That's why when I speak upon how everything in life is a fighting to survive, you can see it even in the oxygen that we breathe. Yeah, it attacks us, and it also helps us, and it defends us. So everything we need to see, like, you can't have too much of anything. You can't even have full air because oxygen. No, yeah, oxygen, because that can kill you. You can't have 100% nitrogen, because that can kill you. Yeah, so I just want to give you the head around how everything has to be put in moderation. You see what I'm saying? So the same way, so free radicals attack cells, regardless if it's abnormal cells, cancerous cells, or normal cells. They attack it, and then so it can help us, and it can also cause us problems. Yeah. So, but when that cell is being attacked when we were talking about the mitochondrial, it attacks the APT, which helps the converting of glucose into energy for the cell. It attacks that. So we're going to look at that. This is what you call oxidized stress, yeah? So we're going to look at how it looks when the cell's under attack, yeah? And then we go and we push in more, yeah? Push in more. We're going to push in more. We're going to be talking about cancer a little bit, yeah? So, yeah, we're going to show you this image. This one here. Okay, so free radicals, as you can see, yeah, it shows how free radicals attack cells and DNA, causing mutations and even cell death, yeah? It attacks the cell's functions. The mitochondrial, once that get attacked, it can't be able to produce energy for the body. Once it attacks the lysosome, it wouldn't able to get rid of, the cell wouldn't be able to get rid of heavy, like the metals and certain functions, yeah? So it also attacks us the cytoplasma, and it also attacks the DNA, which is containing the nitrogen bases, yeah? This is what free radicals do, as you can see, yeah? So this is the problem I have, yeah? And then the normal cells turns into what you called cancer cells, yeah? I hope everyone's following me, yeah? This is when we're dealing with electrons, the electrons of the molecule, yeah? Yeah. So as we have another look about normal cells and abnormal cells or cancerous cells, yeah? You got different cells and how they look like, yeah? As you can see, yeah? Yeah, you got the abnormal cells and all that. You got different types of fungi, how cells divide and that. So we're gonna talk a little bit more how abnormal cells or cells turn into what you call cancer, yeah? So as we know, yeah, abnormal cells is like a defunctioned cell, yeah, that is not able to do what a normal cells is basically capable of doing, yeah? Every cell's got a function, a specific function, and they also communicate with each other, yeah, through what you called chemical signals, yeah? Chemical signals is similar like how neurons communicate or pass on messages through what you called the dendrites and the synapse, yeah? They produce what you call neuron transmitters that get released via the dendrites or the synapse through what you called gateways or valves, yeah? Like the potassium and the potassium sodium pumps and everything, yeah? It just releases once the electrical current, the action potentials get pushed through, yeah? So it's similar like cells, yeah? Cells produce chemical signals, yeah? Chemical signals is where they're pushing out messages, yeah? And then the cells pick them up via receptors, yeah? So it's the same type of principles, yeah? When a cell is damaged via free radicals, the communication is no longer exists. So cells communicate to other cells when to die, how to do, how to produce or create what they need to create, like proteins for etc. The nucleus to the endoplasmic reticulum to the Golgi apparatus, yeah? They are told to produce what you call proteins and others etc. at certain times. So cells communicate, and also bacteria communicates as well via frequency, which is called biofilms. We're going to talk about that in another episode, yeah? But we go back to how cells communicate, yeah? This is another way and a form of how cells communicate. You can see a diagram, and you can see those red balls. These red balls are the messages that get sent from one cell to another, yeah? So there's this contact, which is called autocrine. And then you got other way of how cells are sending signals, yeah, via bloodstreams and all of that, yeah? So once the cell can't do its job, it's sitting there now, yeah? So as we know, yeah, through dietary and other pathogens in life, yeah, like pollution and etc., dietary stress levels and whatnot, it can cause a cell to trigger, yeah? This trigger is what volts a cell to ramp riot, Yeah, so as there's a saying that there's a saying of everyone has cancer cells. Yeah, everyone's born with cancer cells. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. But what I would say personally is everyone has abnormal cells. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not cancer cells until they are being provoked. Free radicals can attack them and get rid of them before they even turn into what you call cancer cells. That's what free radicals are used for, yeah, to get rid of unwanted cells and everything. But it gets rid of anything via, yeah. So abnormal cells are sitting there, yeah. They can easily be provoked through dietary, pollution, and any other types of stress and any malfunctions of your body, yeah, or even genetics passed by inherited genetic default or mutation that can cause a trigger and provoke a cell, yeah. So once a cell is provoked, yeah, and it's running rampant with no communications with other cells via chemical signals, because of the lack of material within the cells to perform. This is now what you call a cancer cell, yeah. And cancer cells can work in other ways, but we're going to talk about one way that I can specifically talk about, which is when they start breeding the cancer cell starts creating more abnormal cells via the Golgi apparatus and the endoplasmic reticulum. It starts ramping wild. It starts producing more. This is what you call a cluster of abnormal cells or cluster of cancer cells. This is when you will have a bump, or when you have turned into what you call a tumor, yeah. So tumor is now formed through the provocation of these abnormal cells that have turned cancer cells, yeah. This is how cancer cells are performed. This is how oxygen can cause cancer cells, yeah. So now this abnormal cells is bumping wild, going wild, producing many abnormal cells, causing a cluster of cells. This is now, then once it gets to this is now when it starts pushing through what you call the cell membrane and everything. This is when you can start seeing this cancer forming, yeah. So with the problem with this type of form of cancer, it's very tricky, because once it starts forming into what you call a tumor, yeah, you have to be careful of what you called a is formed, yeah. Metastasis is where, yeah, a pathogen has the origin and spreads to somewhere else. This is where you have to be careful when it comes to tumors and formings of cancer, yeah, because once they start growing, the cluster starts growing, yeah, if it will break through what you called the lymphatic system or bloodstream, yeah. Once it starts growing within that region, it will grow via within your body and then interact with your bloodstream. This is where you get your metastasis, yeah, where it's now these abnormal cells are flowing through your bloodstream or your lymphatic system. This is where you can this is where the cancer can spread to all different parts of your body, yeah. So that's why a lot of doctors, once you start seeing and diagnose that you have a tumor, they try to get to it quick, because they try to cut it out before it starts growing too much, where it starts getting where it starts interacting with your bloodstream or veins or arteries, where the cells can interact with that stream and then flow to other parts of your body. So yes, this is how a certain form of cancer can happen via oxidised stress, which is a free radical forming through oxygen, yeah. So I broke down how cancer can be formed via oxygen, yeah. So now we're going to talk about how to counteract it, yeah, because it goes back to dietary and the utis and the understanding of why you should be utilizing certain stuff that you should go through. Fruits now, yeah. Actually, before I even do that, we're gonna walk by these diagrams. I'm gonna show you exactly what I just talk about, yeah, with the cells and the spreading and everything, yeah, because sometimes I flow and I definitely want to show you something. So I'll show you what the cancer cells looks like. This is now abnormal cells turn into abnormal cells dividing rapidly. Yeah, I hope you can see clearly. This is exactly what I just been speaking about. Your cells start producing what you called abnormal cells in a rapid rate, and this is where you call the cluster of cells, yeah, or cancers, yeah, and then the cells interact with what you call the bloodstream or lymphatic system, yeah, where it starts spreading, as you can see below. Easy this, so you can understand clearly, you can see it, yeah. Cause I want you guys to understand exactly how it works, yeah. So that's why doctors will get to those get to the tumor ASAP, because they don't want it to spread or get or interact with any veins, yeah. And then as you can see, yeah, how cancers can be in one area and then travel up to another area, yeah. This is where it's going to be problems, yeah. This is what you called metastasis, yeah, metastasis, if I pronounce it wrong, yeah. So we go into more, and then we go into how we counteract it, yeah. This is how you counteract it. This is how you counteract it, yeah. By fruits. I wouldn't say like that. I wouldn't say you can counteract it by fruits, but dietary is a form of where you can counteract a lot of problems in your life, yeah. Some of it is genetics, some of it is mutations through other environmental hazards in life, yeah. But we can at least live a life by utilizing what we have given for us, instead of waiting for it to be too late. So this is where fruits and herbs that has what you call, now the term is called antioxidants, yeah. So we all have heard of that. Blueberries have a lot of high antioxidants. But what is antioxidants? A lot of people don't know. You see what I'm saying, and how it can help you. Antioxidants, yeah, as you know, from even up to the term, as spoke about as oxidized stress causing harm to the cell. Antioxidant, we're talking about oxygen. The oxy is always in there. You see what I'm saying? So this is how you can understand how oxygen can cause us harm, and free radicals can be in our behalf as well. So antioxidants is actually molecules that goes around in our body with extra electrons. That's what antioxidants are. So you're feeding your body extra molecules, yeah, with extra electrons, and then all it does is just hands out electrons to free radicals and abnormal cells that have been attacked by free radicals. It fixes up cells. That's what antioxidants do. It helps cells. So like I said, how free radicals can then help us and then attack us, yeah. Like for example, it attacks cells into what you called cell death, yeah. So abnormal cells and cancer cells, we want them gone. Free radicals, get rid of them for us. Antioxidants feed free radicals, but it also can feed cancer cells. So now this is a problem. So as we know, fruits will feed off the free radicals by giving it extra electron. It can also keep cancer cells alive. See, so it's tricky. Life is tricky. It's not about it ain't just one way. So Eazi's just showing you the reality. The reality is that even when we eat fruits that will help the free radicals at bay by feeding the extra electrons, it can also keep cancer cells at bay by helping it, by feeding it, by helping it, yeah. So everything I said, you will find sources in what I'm talking about, yeah. So antioxidants, let's look at it. These are antioxidants with the extra electron, yeah. So this is what it does. It goes around and it feeds free radicals, yeah, unpaired electrons, because electron comes in pairs, yeah. So that's free radical. That's what you call high in fruit, yeah. Free radicals, yeah. It stables your free radicals, antioxidants, yeah. And another powerful tool that fruits and specific specific herbal or vegetarian or vegan diet supply your body with is what you called polyphenols and phytochemicals. Yeah, phytochemicals, for example, it's like carotene, flavonoids, carotene is like it's high in what you call carrots and all that. That's why the carrots looks had that bright pigmentation, because high in carotene. Yeah, and you got the flavonoids. All of these phytochemicals or polyphenols helps, and they are exclusive to what you call herbs and fruits and etc. Yeah, so this is why you need to utilize everything that has been created by the earth, because they specifically cater to certain areas of your body. Yeah, not all of it. So you can't just be a vegetarian, no, a fruitarian, and you can't be a herbitarian or whatever. You have to mix and mix and blend everything, because you would be at a lack or at a disadvantage at one point if you're specifically consuming one source of food. Yeah, so you have to be comparants. You see what I'm saying? Pick up your grains, the specific grains and everything to fight against the war that is continuously. It's what you call the cycle of life. You know. So polyphenols, phytochemicals. Let me just show you a image of different types of phytochemicals. There's loads, so I'm not gonna break them all, and they all got long names and that. You know me. So there we go. There's a few of them. We're gonna you can find them in fruits, vegetation and everything. Yeah. So definitely, yeah. And we're gonna show antioxidants, the dried fruits, especially dried fruits. Well, I would say, like blueberries is high in antioxidants. You find some herbs that's high in antioxidants and everything. This would and herbs, yeah, peanuts as well. So this is what you need to be looking for. Yeah, this is the fights against free radicals. Yeah, so this is what happens within our body when we breathe oxygen. Yeah, this is what it's caused. So I think Eazi's gonna wrap it up with that convo, because we're gonna break down another convo and we're gonna speak more a little bit about other situation. But Eazi showed and broke down how oxygen can cause free radicals cause oxidized stress can cause abnormal cells can cause cancer cells, and then cancer cells can be spreaded around your body, and how to counteract it or counteract free radicals, yeah, before it turns that far, by fruits and veg and antioxidants and what you call polyphenols and phytochemicals. So make sure you utilize that in your dietary, and then yeah, as long as you know you're fighting this battle to stay fit and alive, and then you're good to go. Yeah, and make sure you salute Gorilla Gang and G.I. Jones. Yeah, but he's got a new tune coming out. Support them, man, and support your people, and kick the, like me, Eazi playing his part, kicking the knowledge, giving you guys the insight of why you need to eat these fruits like red banana, which is high in potassium, and etc. This is like, this is a little bit manky, but this is what Eazi does, you know. Eazi provide the information, so make sure you like and subscribe, because I do go in and I study to give you the information. Yeah, and if anyone that don't understand is writing a message, and I can obviously speak more or show you some sources where you can watch and listen to. Yeah, so peace out, Eazi Herbs. Yeah, peace out.